Speak version equals 1.0 XMLNS equals http://www.w3.org/2001/10/synthesis. XMLNS. MSDTS equals https://www.w3.org/2001/MSDTS Lang equals NUS. Voice name equals NUS Neural. MSDTS. Express as style equals SAD. Style degree equals 1.8. Prosody rate equals -18%. Pitch equals -10%. I am 82 years old. I'm about to tell you something that's going to hurt. I made a decision when I was 22 years old that ruined 20 years of my life. It's a decision I still regret to this day. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was 1965, and I had just gotten engaged to my high school sweetheart, Barbara. We were both from a small town in Ohio, and everyone around us seemed to think we were the perfect couple. We were going to get married, have 2 kids, and live happily ever after. That's what we thought anyway. We decided to start building a house in the suburbs, just like all the other young couples we knew. We worked with a real estate agent who showed us this beautiful plot of land just outside of Toledo. It had a creek running through it, and the agent told us it was the perfect place to raise a family. We fell in love with the idea of it, and we bought that land on a handshake. That's when everything started to go wrong. We hired a builder who promised us that he could have the house built in just 6 months. But what we didn't know was that he was using low-quality materials, and he was cutting corners left and right. We thought we were getting a great deal, but in reality, we were getting a nightmare. It took 2 years to finish that house, and when it was finally done, it was a disaster. The foundation was cracked, the walls were bowing, and the roof was leaking. We thought we had been duped, but we didn't know what to do. We had already sunk our life savings into that house, and we were stuck with it. Nobody told me this. Nobody warned me about the dangers of building a house on bad land or using low-quality materials. I was completely wrong to think that I could trust the builder or the real estate agent. They lied to us, plain and simple. I remember the first time it rained, and the ceiling leaks started pouring water all over the living room. Barbara and I were standing there, looking at each other, and we both knew that our lives were in shambles. We were young, and we were supposed to be starting our lives together, but instead, we were dealing with a house that was falling apart. We fought for years to try and get the builder to fix the problems, but he just kept denying it. We went to court, and we spent all our savings on lawyers and experts. It was a long, bitter battle, but in the end, we lost. The house was condemned, and we were forced to move out. It took us 5 years to finally settle the lawsuit, and by that time, our marriage was on the rocks. We had 2 kids, but we were fighting all the time about the house and the money and the stress. We were so focused on the problem that we forgot about each other. I was heartbroken, and I didn't know how to make it right. I felt like I had failed my family and myself. I was so caught up in regret and anger that I didn't know how to move forward. But as I look back on it now, I realized that I was wrong to be so hard on myself. I was young, and I didn't know any better. I made a mistake, and I learned from it. I lost 20 years of my life, but I gained wisdom and a deeper understanding of what's truly important. If I could go back in time, I wouldn't change a thing. I would just be more careful and more cautious. I would do my research, and I would ask more questions. I would have listened to the warnings and the warning signs. But life doesn't work that way. We make mistakes, and we learn from them. We move forward, and we grow. And that's exactly what I did. I learned to let go of the anger and the resentment, and I started to rebuild my life. I remarried, and I have a beautiful family now. I've got grandkids and great-grandkids, and I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of what I've accomplished, and I'm proud of the lessons I've learned. If you're watching this video, I hope you can learn from my mistakes. I hope you can avoid the pitfalls that I fell into. Don't be like me and be so blinded by your own ambition that you forget to listen to the people around you. Don't be so caught up in the excitement of building a new life that you forget to do your research and to ask the hard questions. I'm 82 years old now, and I'm still standing. I'm still talking, and I'm still sharing my story. I hope it inspires you, and I hope it motivates you to be more careful and more cautious. I hope you can learn from my mistakes and avoid the same pitfalls that I fell into. If this reached your heart, please subscribe. I still have things to say. /prosody /MSDTS express as /voice /speak.